Okay, so sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I just made a decision to pull these two zucchini plants from my garden, and if you stick around, I'll tell you why. I'm not even going to take them to the recycle pile that the city does. These are going straight in the trash. Maybe I will try again next season, but they got me again this year. So stick around and you'll find out why. Hi everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by. So I went in and grabbed my camera because today we're going to have a work and talk session at the same time. I'm out here currently watering my extended garden. It's currently about 8:30 at night, and the mosquitoes are biting me. It's about 90 degrees out here still, but we've been having a lot of afternoon showers, and so I wanted to do a quick walkthrough, and I'm finding some stuff that is starting as far as pests, and I want to share that with you, but I also want to share with you what I am doing. Now, my sprayer, how convenient, currently stopped working, so I'm going to walk that around there and see if my husband can somehow rig it up and make it start working again, because I definitely have to spray BT on a couple of things. But let me move the water hose to a new location, and then I'll show you what's going on in the garden, how to spot them, what I do to get rid of them, because we garden organically here. And I will tell you, I have not always gardened organically, but I don't know, I used to put 7 Dust on a lot of my stuff, and I just really felt bad. And so now I do everything organically, and when I spray, if I do have to do a spray, and whether it's insecticidal soap, whether it's BT like we're going to do today, I try and do it around this time to make sure. I don't know where the bees, I don't know where the insects sleep at. I tell you what, the mosquitoes don't sleep, but the bees, the butterfly, I don't know where they sleep at, but for some odd reason you don't see them as much this time of night. So let me turn the camera around and let me show you what we are dealing with. So come along and let's get started. Okay, so we got our water hose watering the middle garden right here. So let me focus back on these zucchini. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, out of all the gardening that I do, this squash and zucchini are the hardest plants for me to grow in this zone. I think all but twice we have been successful with growing squash and zucchini, because each year the squash vine borer rears its ugly head. But I'm gonna go ahead and take both of these out. I'm just gonna take them out. I was liking the way they were shading the tomatoes up front, but we're taking them out because we don't want to cause any more damage in this area. So let me show you. We had some zucchini growing, and I was so excited. I had already came out here and just kind of sprinkled diatomaceous earth around, and I also put some BT. But this is the thing, and I'll try to flash the picture. The squash vine borers are inside of these stems, and so when I start noticing it, I cut off the damaged stems and kind of sprayed inside. But I'm telling you, these are gone. Look at the squash down here, and you can tell because you'll start seeing little holes. Like the way I first noticed it is I start seeing holes in the actual flower bud. So I immediately started, and I thought I had them under control, and evidently I did not, because I'm gonna get a little bit closer. It's really gone. You see how that is? And then again, I'll try to flash a picture of the squash vine borer on the screen, but both of these are pretty much gone. I'm not even finna deal with it anymore. And another way you could tell is, like, do you see this stem right here? Like, it's really limp. And let me see if I can open it up and see if you can see where I already had cut them and tried to put diatomaceous earth and BT in there. But let me see if I can cut this one open and see if they're in there and kind of flash a picture and show you. Okay, so they're a little sticky, and I got my gloves in my hand, but I just don't feel like putting them on, y'all. But this is what I wanted to zoom in on. You see these holes right here? So they get inside the stem, and then look right here. So I don't see any, but I know that they are taken over. And make sure if you cut stuff open like that to sterilize your scissors afterwards. These gnats, now they're starting again too. So I'm about to go ahead, pull these up. I could use this space for something else. I won't give up growing squash and zucchini, but I'm telling you, that is one of the hardest crops for me to grow. I don't know why. So comment below, let me know what's one of your hardest crops to grow. Okay, let me move over here so I can show you some more pests. But this one, first let me go clean off my scissors real quick, because I'm gonna have to actually either pinch or cut the leaves off. So y'all wait just 10 seconds, and then I'm gonna go ahead and clean my scissors off. And I just take some rubbing alcohol and just go over the blades real good, and then that way you are not transferring, if any diseases or fungi on there, you're not transferring it from one plant to another. You definitely don't want that. Okay, so why has the hose fell down? You're supposed to be watering. We're supposed to be working and talking, not falling over. Okay, so let me go over here to these patio cucumbers that we have in a container. And this is what leaf miners look like. And when you have leaf miners, for me now, and you guys comment below, but for me, when I have leaf miners, there's really nothing you can do because they're inside of the leaves. So basically a fly or something like that is laying eggs, and they're, I don't know, getting inside. So we have leaf miners on our cucumbers. So all I do when we do that, and I've cleaned my scissors with alcohol, is I just go in and take that off. We got one right here as well starting, and we're going to just take those off because there's really nothing you can do about it. Now let me tell y'all about this corn right here. I don't know what is going on. This is our second batch of corn, and I'll need to do some more research and see what could this possibly be. But this is about to get pulled too, especially looking like this. But I do have a reference book that I use to kind of identify the bugs and what they do. And so this one, I've never had any problem growing corn. And so I'm not sure what this may be, but I will be finding out. And so we're gonna pull this up too. And then let me walk over here to my cantaloupe, because I've had to cut that off as well. So what I just did, or what I was doing, here's the sprayer that doesn't work anymore. I don't know what's going on with it. Like, I can't keep pumping like that and nothing's coming out. I mean, good exercise, but I'm not about to do that, especially hot like this. But what I did before I went and got the phone was I was spraying these cucumbers right here before anything think it wants to start. I was spraying it with BT, because that is sometimes I do have a problem. I think with one variety of cucumbers last year, they started doing really good, and then we had worms that were eating that. And so we do have cucumbers coming on. I did put diatomaceous earth down on the straw and kind of mixed it into the dirt. And I just want to go ahead and use preventative measures, because this is, they're growing really good. And so I don't want to get upset with these bugs out here. I know it's getting dark, so let me show you my cantaloupe. And I've had to cut on that a little bit, and I was spraying it with BT as well. So hold on, let me just move the hose really quick, and we're gonna end this video, y'all, because I tell y'all every time, no, we're not gonna make it long. So again, I'm just out here watering this section by hand, and I still have to dig my trench so that I can run my drip. But tonight, the squash is gonna get pulled and drugged to the trash. That's gonna happen. So let's walk over here now. Y'all gotta be kind of careful when I walk over here, because I found my first snake the other day in the flower garden. It was a baby snake, but it scared me, and the whole plant, it got pulled up. It just got pulled up. I don't know, something came over me and it got pulled all the way up. But and then we have all these spiders. Y'all remember I got bit on my neck with the spiders. Okay, so the butterfly pea flower, which that's not what we're talking about, is out of control, and I love it because every morning I at least get about, like this flower right here, it'll be open in the morning. That one, I'm pulling about 12 to 15, that one up there, a day. And I got 3 more I gotta plant, but I'm loving it. Okay, cantaloupe, that's what we're talking about. So it's some type of worm that is eating that too. And when I find them, that's when I like to identify them. But they're still growing. This is the cantaloupe, but I noticed some of the leaves or some little debris was under here. I don't know if y'all can see it. So I'm keeping my eyes on that, and I'm also spraying it because I do want a cantaloupe this year. I've grown cantaloupe before on the ground and kind of let it trail. And I just noticed something was here. So like I said, at least try your best to at least walk the garden. If the mosquitoes don't take you away, at least once a day, so you can kind of know what's going on. And that'll help you kind of identify disease and pests. Like I said, I do have a reference book as well as Google that I use to try to identify it, but then I also try to see what I need to use, because on my tomato plants I walked by today, I'm glad I'm making this video because I need to stop and do that, white flies. So when I have white flies, I go ahead and I make an insecticidal soap with the Dr. Bronner's unscented soap. I mix that according to the instructions on the side, and then I add a little bit of neem oil and I put it in a spray bottle and I spray. And just remember, sometimes you have to do more than one spraying, you know, when you're trying to get rid of these pests organically. So let me get done watering. Let me go ahead and get my neem oil mixture. So as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you are not a subscriber, we would absolutely love to have you as a subscriber. So make sure you tap the bell to receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Also, make sure you give it a thumbs up if you would like to see more videos like this. Again, thank you all so much for watching. And again, comment below. Tell me what pests that you're battling, if any. And tell us in the comments, what are you doing to get rid of it? So again, thank you all so much for watching. And until the next video, bye-bye.